PODFIX network, baby.
Hey everybody, this is former WWF Light Heavyweight Champion Gilbert, brother, and you're listening to the Greetings Guild Podcast.
I do have a quick question to open things up for you guys if you want to play along.
No.
No? Okay, fine. Fuck it. We don't have to do this.
Folks, that was episode 90 of the Cretans Guild podcast. It's over before it starts. Y'all can go fuck yourselves.
Good night, everyone.
I do that like once out of every 3 episodes.
Try every other. I'm so glad I came back.
Oh my god.
Bob is back. How you guys doing?
Oh, you know.
It feels like forever since I've been here.
It does feel like forever. Where have you been?
I've been stuck in a bubble.
You've been trapped in the G League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, I've got stories about that. But before that, I just wanted like a quick little question, like psychological question here to open things up. Think of an actress you had a major crush on.
Rachel Lee Cook.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock.
All right, and Corey, you probably know mine.
I think so. There could be one of 3 that I can name off.
Okay, to save time, let's just say Rachel Weisz.
Okay. All right. Isn't it Rachel Weisz?
Well, she is German.
She is.
If it's a name like Weiss, she would have to be German.
Have to be German, and that W would have to be.
I thought she was Welsh.
So, Bob, I'm wondering, what about Rachel Weisz makes you tingly in the nether bits?
You know what it is about Rachel Weisz is that she is his biggest vice.
Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, you cheeky little monkey.
You made it funny.
That's right.
Oh, that's so good.
We do tell jokes, you know.
Welcome to Germany.
That's not offensive. All right, so here's the experiment. Name a movie that this actress has been on.
She's all that.
Well, Rachel Weisz?
No, your crush.
Oh, Lake House. That was the last one I saw.
Okay, and I'll go with The Mummy. So
Okay.
let's say a producer comes to you and says, all right, we are going to offer you up. You get to have a date and a night with this actress. No questions asked. Do whatever you want. She's into it, whatever. The trick is you also have to have sex with one of her male co-stars from that same movie.
Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr., done.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
Okay,
Done.
I'm kind of on like a different platform with this because I would kind of feel bad about taking her out on a date to begin with.
So, want to talk some nerd shit?
All right, that's a start.
Everyone who is tuning in and tuning out across the country right now.
No.
You can hear the clicks across the land.
Nah, if they stuck with us for this far, they're like, man, we missed the cringe.
That's true. That's true.
It's back. We're home.
In all seriousness, no, welcome. Is serious? No. Mm-hmm. In all seriousness, though, everybody, welcome to episode 90 of the Cretans Guild podcast. I am Jay. With me, as always, is Corey, and returning triumphantly from the land of Gatorade and sweaty men is Bob.
That sounds suspicious.
We are, well, I mean, you got to stay hydrated, dude.
Yes.
Like, it's that simple. We are part of the PODFIX network. That's podfixnetwork.com. And there is a fellow PODFIX podcast you should listen to. It's not rocket surgery. It's a science technology. God damn it. Why do we keep getting the smart people advertising on our show?
I don't know.
It's a science, technology, and geek culture radio show on 98.9 Northwest FM from Melbourne, Australia. PODFIX like a motherfucker. And
I like that.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Maybe there's a grander plan to it. Like they're trying to
they're trying to bring us up.
There's a curve. Like the smart people over here, and then there's the cretins on the other end of the spectrum.
I suppose
we're like that scene from the I want to say it was a George Carlin stand-up where no it was Robin Williams himself or not himself Robin Williams
on coke.
Most likely.
Right.
Where it's a look into the subconscious and you turn around and it's and that's us.
To a T.
Because to our credit, we're not like absolute morons.
No, but we're also not the people you go to first when there's a question.
No. Absolutely.
It depends on which of the three of us you ask.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And what the subject matter is. Like, if you ask me who led the league in scoring for the NBA G League in 2021 season, I would say Inkadare, and I would probably be wrong. And Bob might know.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, you
right away.
I wouldn't know. Never mind. Don't pay attention to me then. Just ask us questions and we'll at least lie to you.
But here's the thing. I have this thing called Google.
Oh, that's a lie.
Whatever. It's overrated.
And I was only there to make sure everyone sounded good. I didn't care what they did.
That's fair.
And honest. Probably more honest than your resume demands.
Yeah.
All right, so to our listeners, new and old, if you want to hear us on some other services than the one you're currently listening to us on, we can also be found on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, our main source Podbean, Tout, and now Amazon Music. Just ask your...
Still what the fuck?
Because I have one down here, I'm not going to say this. Just ask your automated lady from Amazon.
No, we should test this.
You know what? Screw it. Hey, Alexa, play those assholes on the Cretans Guild podcast.
She's being defiant.
Wow. Have we offended an AI?
That's very possible.
Alexa, play those assholes on the Cretans Guild podcast.
She's not going to do it.
We are on Amazon Music, I do promise that.
Skynet has principles. Who would have thought?
Okay, let's try this.
All right.
Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Enjoy your night.
Alexa, play the Cretans Guild podcast.
I couldn't find Credence Hill.
Oh, a likely story, sure.
Yeah, she couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we are there.
She just slammed the door on us.
Is that what that was?
Wow! So yeah, Rachel Lee Cook, if you're listening to the show. Oh my god. I want this to have gone all the way up to Bezos.
Yeah.
And just be like, wait, I have to greenlight this shit? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Like,
I'd be crazy not to.
And then there's like a very sciencey montage of everybody.
now that that's gone off the rails for the last 15 minutes.
I am so glad to be back.
So the rundown I've noticed, Bob, is blank.
Yeah.
So
I figure there's like two things I wanted to talk about. One of them was just to give you guys an update of how my bubble stint in the G League went.
Yeah. Definitely want to hear that.
Last year, when the shutdown first happened, they invited 22 NBA teams to the same facility down at Disney's ESPN Wide World of Sports, which from here on out I'll just refer to as the campus to save on time.
It's a mouthful, but to somebody who plays a lot of anime games, it's not.
That's like the Nier Automata one.
Nier Automata, Year of the Yoda.
Nier, Automata, bunch of nonsense, something else, nonsense. It's like...
Yeah. And that's not even the worst.
I'm not even going to play that game.
I'm sorry, Bob. We just completely derailed your shit.
All right, so
good.
Tell us about the G League, Bob.
Alrighty then.
There is no G League. No, wait, there is a G League. The female orgasm, though. That's the myth.
I'm sure they love that joke.
Drink up, Shriners.
All right. What's our show about? Does anybody know?
Fuck your whole fucking life, pal.
Oh, God. All right.
I don't know. What is our description on Podbean, Bob?
Three guys with social issues talking about pop culture, nerd culture, and pizza.
All right. No, that's accurate. That's pretty...
It's fair enough. Yeah.
That works.
All right.
Yeah,
so, try again for a third time,
So you've
Bob.
made it to the G League.
Yeah, basically what they did was they carried over the same system that they had for the NBA players when they did that last year. And they decided, well, instead of stretching it out, let's just squeeze the entire fucking season into 30 days. No, it was less than that. It was 27 days.
God.
18 teams, and we played a total of 135 regular season games in 27 days. That's 6 games a day over 2 venues at the campus. And I'm going to tell you what, that's not something I'm in a hurry to go back and do.
Shit.
It was a bit of a hassle. The first 4 days was set up. We went to one arena, we wired it for sound, put mics up here, put mics over there, put mics over here, set up headsets, got all kinds of wiring for the broadcast ready, and that was probably 11, 12-hour day. Second day, did the same exact thing at the main arena, and then the next 2 days we just rehearsed and tested the equipment, and then we just went full bore for the next 27 days. 6 games a day, 3 games in both venues.
6 games a day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And those, okay, Are G League games about as long as a typical basketball game?
They're a little faster, but they're timed just as long. They go a little faster because this is what I learned in the G League is where they test a whole bunch of rules before they go to the NBA.
Okay, so it's like minor league hockey and minor league baseball then.
Yeah, they test a rule for a season or two. It's like, okay, this is working. Let's bring it on over to the NBA.
Do you have two bay server?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were doing some of that in this league. So the games were going about 2 to 2.5 hours, which is a normal basketball game, basically.
And 6 of those. So.
Yeah.
But they were running concurrently. You said there were 2 arenas?
Yeah, there were 2 arenas, 3 games in each arena,
right.
6 games total.
Okay.
So we would play one game, and a half hour later we'd play another game. Then we'd stop for 2 hours, play another game, stop for 2 hours, another game. It didn't really get to be a problem unless there was one of the games had gone into overtime. Just like, oh man, we're going to have to rush to clean up between the 2 games because we're wiping down stuff. We're getting equipment ready. We're resetting everything. It wasn't an impossible job. It wasn't the hardest job I ever did because basically the first week I was there, once my game started, there was the main arena and the backup arena. I was stationed at the backup arena. And once the game started, I just sat back and was like, okay. Because my job was to fix anything that went wrong. And luckily, nothing went wrong the entire season. So game starts, I look over the equipment, everything's good. My job was also to check on the camera guys. Okay, he's good. Robot camera's good. All right, I'm going to play on my phone for the next hour.
Run like a well-oiled fleshlight.
That's
good news.
The interesting thing is they really threw this together really, really fast. Like, I think they made the decision in late January, and by February 6th, we had a crew assembled, we had the equipment ready to go. So that's really, really fast.
I know they were like head cunting. Oh my god!
Wow. I don't know if they were doing that or not. But...
I don't think they had time for that.
In medical terminology, that's crowning. Actually, no. Any birthing jokes in here?
God.
Anyway, I've lost my thought. No, I remember they were headhunting talent like pretty aggressively back in January because they actually even called me up and said that, asked me if I wanted to do anything, and I couldn't because I'm somewhere else now. But
yeah,
like,
we were supposed to have 4 audio assistants. We ended up only having 2 the entire run.
Well, I had I think it was 1, 2. I had 4 people that were actually in my department at the old place that had done G League stuff.
Yep.
And they said it was like a madhouse, at least for them.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah. It was pretty patchwork. All right, put this guy in, go do this, go do that. And it was a lot of that. Oh, by the way, Jess says hi.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw her there. I saw, a whole bunch of former golf people. All the camera guys were former golf people.
Are we saying where you guys work now?
Yeah, we don't work there anymore, so yeah, golf.
Yeah,
okay,
I think we started this
right.
2 episodes or 3 episodes
I'm just making
ago.
sure because I knew that was like the fucking forbidden door you don't walk through was saying Arnold Palmer's name.
We kick the door every once in a while.
No, you
but...
spin around a circle.
Well, we
we
never kicked the door. We just backed our cheeks up onto it and farted really
Yeah, that's
loud.
right.
But
Yeah, okay, that's more accurate.
It was one of those hollow core doors, so it reverberated really loud.
Right, so it was like a Spirit Airlines hot box.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't think we ever really directly said it, but a number of times I noticed, on our video cast, Corey and I are both wearing golf attire. So, read between the lines. You'll figure it out. So the really cool thing was they divided everybody who was working in the bubble into a tier system. All the players, refs, and coaches were tier 1. People who worked close to them were tier 2. People who were broadcast were tier 3. The funny thing is, I was part of tier 3, but I was part of blue tier 3. There's orange 3 and blue 3, and it gets really confusing at this point because are you orange 3 or are you blue 3? Because blue 3 has to COVID test every single day because they're around players.
Wow.
The COVID test wasn't that bad, actually. It was just swab in the nose, swab inside the mouth. It wasn't like the brain sticker.
Not the same swab, I hope.
No, they use the same swab on your nose and then the different one for your mouth.
Okay.
Oh, okay. They were going to use the same one for all of those orifices and then the one in the back.
Yeah, we're going to check your ass now.
Yeah,
Bend over.
yeah. But the ass happens first. It's protocol,
And I found out that the funny thing is since I was part of the ESPN crew, there was a Disney tier 3 and an ESPN tier 3. And the whole reason behind that was because of budget. So ESPN tier 3 had food provided for them by catering and ESPN, while Disney Tier 3 had Disney catering on site just for them.
Oh.
I didn't know this the first day. Because the first day they said, all right, this is your lunch hour. Unfortunately, it's just like 3 of you. So it's just a walk-away lunch where you go and you find like a vending machine or something. Unfortunately, there's no vending machines that have been serviced in a year. So as we're walking around, we notice Tier 3 catering. Let's go in there. And man, if you've ever had catered Disney food, oh shit, that is heaven.
Never have. Safe to assume that it's a grade better than bags of Doritos and some apples and whatever else?
Yeah. I think my first day, I had garlic mashed potatoes, green beans, salmon, and beef tips.
All right, so
Fuck you.
not anything from fucking Pecos Bills, huh? It's
No. My coworker and I, Sam, we get these meals. We go out to the baseball stadium. We just sit. We look at the baseball field. And it's like, this is really nice surrounding. The weather was nice. We're eating this great food. Throw away our stuff. We go back to the production center, and they said, "Did you find something to eat?" It's like, "Yeah, we went over to catering." They said, "Don't go there again. You're not budgeted for that."
Huh. Okay.
I went every day. They got us catering from like a different place every day. Tijuana Flats, PDQ, like all these kind of restaurants, you name it.
Oh
they
my
got us
God,
like
PDQ.
little box. Yeah, well, it was good. After a while, we became a connoisseur on chicken nuggets because we had chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A, from Wendy's, from everywhere you could name.
Yeah.
And at first, they weren't doing a really good job of doing a head count. So the camera guys and I would be the last ones in. We look down. It's like, oh, there's no food.
Aw.
Some of the camera guys are grabbing like bags of chips and like bags of crackers, whatever. And I was like, guys, come with me. Follow me. We ate so good those days.
It's like
Disney does not fuck around with their cooking, man.
I can just imagine him standing at the head of the catering table like Moses opening the Red Sea,
he's the fucking
leading his people.
he's the Pied Piper of hunger. Like just
Yeah, for the most part, when they would cater for us, it was actually good food. It's just sometimes the portions were really small or not enough.
Yeah.
I think the funniest time is when they ordered Carrabba's, and they had a choice of lasagna, chicken carbonara, chicken parmesan, and something else, all
Eggplant
chicken meals.
Rolantini. That's all.
Well, they're all chicken meals. And I know this because when the boxes came up, the organizer just let out this gigantic, motherfucker! I was like, oh God, this can't be good. All the boxes from Carrabba's, every single one of them had half a slice of chicken and nothing else. No pasta, no salad, nothing. It was just a box with half a slice of chicken.
fuck you, Carrabba's.
What?
Your food's not that good.
I was like, boys, come with me. I know where we can get peach cobbler for dessert.
So Orlando ended up winning the G League, though, right?
Lakeland won the G League.
Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah. You're right the first time.
Say CFL, and all surrounding provinces, I guess,
Yeah.
vicinities. Yeah, it's fucking Orlando.
The crazy thing about the G League is teams that start off like 7-0, 8-0 to start off with, their players start getting called up by the NBA, and there's like their best players, and they just tanked after that. So a lot of teams that started off strong went downhill real fast. So it was really strange because we all looked at Lakeland and was like, these guys have had the same player since day one. No wonder they're going to win this thing.
Wow. So poaching actually happens pretty early in the G League season.
Well, that's what it's for. It's to get players developed to the point where they can get called up to the NBA should there be an injury or something else.
Shit.
Yeah, it's just developmental.
Right.
It happens.
Yeah.
So, overall experience, would you do it again?
I'll let you know once I get paid. Because they owe us 5 checks. I've seen 2. And a lot of people are like, when are we going to get paid?
Ooh, shit, what?
Yeah, I got the explanation of everything is processing. So I don't know if the remaining payments are going to come at once or they're just going to start trickling in like they were the first 2. I'm trying not to worry about it. I'm trying not to sweat it. But yeah, where's my money?
Okay, that's fair.
Damn.
So let me rephrase then. Let's say they had paid you.
Okay.
Is this something you would do again?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. We've heard that the women's NBA might do something. We were hearing that college might hold some of their tournament. That turned out not to be the case. It's a fantastic facility. I'm shocked that no one uses it on a regular basis.
College keeps their shit to the Midwest, right? Because the Big Ten is in Indianapolis, or that's the NCAA.
Well, NCAA is all over the place, but
Okay.
the tournament is usually in 8 different places to start, and then it trickles down until you get to the Sweet 16 is in.
I think the first round is in like 12 different places, and then it's in 8 different places, and then 6 different places, then they finish everything up in one place.
Yeah, and then like the final, like Elite 8, Final 4, and the championship game are all held in one spot.
Huh.
So,
okay. Well, fuck me. You made me ask a question about sports.
So, guys, you ready to have some fun?
Sure.
Talk about something?
No.
All right. No.
It was only
you already
funny
hit
the
your
first
quota.
All right. Okay.
I did laugh though.
Yes. Thank you. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
that.
Yeah, I giggled a little myself. So, anyway, guys, we did this last year. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to go ahead and do.
Did we?
Yes. So I figured we'd do this again this year. I came up with a list of things, and I figured this should be a lot of fun for us to talk about. So tonight, guys, we are going to do the 2021 Nerd Playoffs.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Unison. Oh.
Swear to God, I was thinking about this like on the way up here because I was listening to the podcast. Like, man, we haven't done a playoff.
I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago. Actually, I was like, man, we're getting into March. We haven't done a playoff yet. That's weird.
Well, here we go. This year, we're going to look at the most iconic starships in the history of film.
You were really bored in the G League. Weren't you?
I was really bored.
All right, let's make it happen.
Okay.
All right, so off the bat, I came up with as many iconic starships from movie, TV, film. That's the same thing as movie and film. Okay, and video games. And then I decided, okay, after some of these, I really got to narrow it down to what I honestly felt were like the 32 most iconic. So yeah, this is what I figured we'd talk about. There's the 3 of us, so it'd be real easy. One of us makes the decision. If it's a counterpoint, then the third person will be the tiebreaker.
All right.
And this, if you need instructions about what ship is what, because I'm sure some of these, the names, you look at them, you're like, what is that? But as soon as you see the image, like, oh, it's that ship. Yeah, okay.
All right, what's an Eagle 5?
Eagle 5. Let me show you.
I mean, it's not going to win. Oh, shit.
The Winnebago.
This is the original Star Trek, the original series Enterprise, not the Kelvin universe, not any other version. It's the one from the original series versus Spaceballs Eagle 5.
I never knew it had a name.
I didn't either.
Dude, that Eagle 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Eagle 5.
I love me some.
It's a better design.
I love me some Enterprise, but that is like iconic shit right there.
Really? I didn't see that coming.
And frankly, I like the next gen design better for the Enterprise.
You should have seen it coming from me because I'm all about that like dumbass heavy metal iconoclastic mech design stuff. You know.
Okay, fair enough. All right, next ship. We have Spaceball 1 versus the Milano.
I don't know. Spaceballs 1 does transform.
Yeah.
I kind of have something against the Milano. I'm gonna get this out there. It's a dumb thing, but then again, this is nerd chat, so expect it. That's not actually the Guardians ship.
No, it's not. It should be ship.
It should be ship. Exactly.
I gotta go with Spaceball 1 because I like the Milano. It's fine.
Yeah, the interiors are pretty well designed. I like how their barracks are stored beneath like the common area.
One of the things I don't like about it is the exterior of the Milano doesn't match to the interior of the Milano.
Not at all.
You sure about that?
Well, yeah, because I'm just talking about like the outside is all pretty and pristine and gorgeous, and the inside looks like a frat house,
like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Yeah, it just it doesn't fit to me. Like,
okay, all right. So I was gonna say, as far as like let's say speculative interiors are concerned, God, this is gonna be the nerdiest fucking thing ever said on the show.
No, it won't.
I have the Lego.
That's true.
And I put that bitch together. So
I do too.
Oh, it's Spaceball 1?
Yeah, no, of the Milano. And I mean, they have to micro scale everything to minifig scale and such, and compact a couple of other like common areas too. But it does work out. What I have against the interior design of it though is that it is essentially Firefly. Yeah. And a lot of Guardians, as original as James Gunn, or as many original ideas as James Gunn came to this franchise with, a lot of it was taken from Firefly.
Oh, yeah.
And that is no more evident than it is in the interior design of the Milano.
And I really like that Spaceball 1 was clearly designed in AutoCAD.
Yeah.
There's...
Do you know how hard it is to find an image of the entire ship?
Yeah. Kudos to you. That's a pretty good dig.
Yeah, there's aliasing, and I just love that.
I know. What I love about it is the toon-shaded seams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All the gribbling on top of it and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm going with.
I had no idea that it looked like an IUD.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Spaceball 1's my pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Spaceball 1, I gotta agree with that. Okay. All right, up next we have the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space versus the NSEA Protector from Galaxy Quest.
Shit's classic. But I never saw Galaxy Quest, so you might not want to include my vote in this or not.
No, you have to vote.
Okay, then I'm going with the fucking Lost in Spaceship. There you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I don't actually care for Lost in Space. I mean, you found that out when I couldn't remember what the hell the robot was named in the last episode. Yeah. I'm going to go with the Galaxy Quest ship, even though it looks like a pair of ice tongs.
Now I can't see that, or cannot see that. So I got to split it. I'm going to go Jupiter 2 just because it's like the classic design of a flying saucer.
I can't argue that distinction. That's totally acceptable.
All right, up next we have Slave 1 versus the Normandy from Mass Effect.
Slave 1, yeah.
Yeah,
the Normandy sucks. Slave 1's awesome.
What's the Normandy from?
From Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect. Normandy sucks. Give me the Slave 1 every day.
Wow, it's a ship I don't care for from a series I care even less about. All right, Slave 1 it is.
All right. Continuing on, we have the Serenity versus Astro Train.
Astro Train is garbage. Give me Serenity.
Oh, I thought Astro Train was like one of your guys.
No, fucking Astro Train is garbage.
Well, here's where I was coming at with this. I don't quite know that Astro Train should qualify.
It is the only sentient... Well, no, that's not true. It's not the only sentient ship on here.
It's certainly not the only carrier ship in the Transformers, not Armada, but universe either.
Oh, there were a couple that I was thinking of, but I figured this one was probably the best known.
Oh. I mean, it's one of my favorite triple changers. I'm not going to take that away from it.
It's a fucking space shuttle.
It's also a train.
There's zero goddamn imagination in that design.
But the train is like a classic steam engine, though.
That's not a picture of a train. That's a picture of a space shuttle.
Yeah, but it could be.
Against the Serenity. I'm going with Serenity.
Oh,
That's a shit design.
I'm going to go with the Serenity, too. We're both going to go with it. There's probably not going to be any argument about that, but I like Astro Train.
You can like Astro Train all you want. You're wrong,
I
but you can like him.
I feel he was underserved by inclusion in this. He should have been something else, like maybe... I don't know.
I loved Astro Train, but yeah, it's got to be Serenity.
Alrighty.
Up next we have the USS Defiant versus the Satellite of Love.
Okay, this one's hard for me. That's what she said.
Get it? That one's hard for you. And I'm going with the Defiant, by the way. That thing hauls ass. I never knew about this ship before I started watching Deep Space. The other one's shaped like a bone.
Bob, I gotta let you pick on this one. I need to be a tiebreaker if there is one, because I can't pick.
I mean, Mike did break the Hubble.
Mike broke the Hubble.
Mike broke the Hubble.
Wow. Because I'm just as torn as you, Jay. It's Satellite of Love, but the Defiant could take out a whole fleet if it wanted to.
So, which are you picking?
Satellite of Love.
Okay.
Did not expect that. Not from the Trekkie, anyway.
I know.
Fuck, this one's really hard.
Yeah.
All right. Shit. Fuck. All right. If I'm just going now, is this best design, or just do I have to take everything else into account too?
The name of the contest is the most iconic, but it's whichever of the two ships you like more. It's a popularity contest.
Oh, honestly, I mean, I like the Defiant more, but in terms of sheer iconic rate.
If we're going for iconography, it's the Satellite.
Right? Yeah.
It's the Satellite. I'm sorry, Cisco.
Even though it can't break Earth's orbit.
Yeah.
And it's got a broken Hubble.
No, release the Hubble, remember?
Oh, that's right. It does have fully functioning monos.
Like a bird flying away. Yeah, it's the Satellite of Love.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the Executor versus the Red Dwarf.
Is that a dustbuster? I'm going with that thing. I don't even know what that is, but that thing's awesome.
It's from Red.
Oh, you never heard of Red
it's
Dwarf?
From Red Dwarf.
No, I don't know what a red dwarf is. I'm sorry.
It's a British sci-fi show. I've only seen like 2 episodes of it. Very late at night. And
That is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. I love it. Has it got sparklers sticking out of its ass? What is that?
It's got like
It's a fake satellite. Okay. Oh my god, that's goddamn brilliant. Yeah, that's my pick. Holy shit.
Well, I'm pretty sure if I lived on the other side of the Atlantic, this one would be more iconic. I don't know. I'll go with the oversized arrowhead.
Yeah, the executor's just a fucking arrowhead. Like, it's...
I mean, it's got 0 drag, but then again, it's space, so that doesn't fucking matter, I guess.
True. How does this fucking sack of garbage propel itself?
I don't know. I might change...
I'm in love with this hunk of shit.
I might change my vote to Red Dwarf just because it's enamored this dude so much.
well, you don't have to worry about it because I've already voted for Red Dwarf.
Alright.
It's got its name on its side like a tramp stamp. That's magnificent.
Just in case you don't know what show this comes from.
Oh my god, that's wonderful. What a terrible design.
Oh, wait till you see the show.
I can't wait. I'm going to have to watch it now.
It's like Doctor Who on drugs.
Well, 80s era Doctor Who on drugs.
Oh, Jesus.
And with 80s era BBC production values.
Oh, so it's like $1 an episode?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, £1 an episode?
Yeah, perhaps.
Perhaps £1.
Yeah.
Pound and a shilling.
Let's not go crazy.
What is a quid, anyway? Do you know?
It's a pound.
It is a quid? Yeah. Why is it a quid? I mean, why do they call it a quid?
I don't fucking know. They're British.
I think it's like how we call $1 a buck. I think it's kind of like just colloquialism.
Yeah, but we have an origin for buckskins. It was $1 per buckskin back in the trading days.
I don't know.
All right.
We're talking ships.
Anyone from England that's listening, let us know.
Yes, that is if you've stuck with us.
Hit us up in the comments.
And try to type in English. Don't be like, "Oi, Gov, what you doing all that."
Unless it's Goobs, and then Goobs type all you want and just ridiculous. Yeah. Whoa, we have a loony up here.
Wow, that was pretty good.
I fucking love you, Goobs. You're one of my absolute favorite people on the planet.
Dude, I cannot look at like a picture of a plastic holes cut in a sheet ghost without thinking of Goobs going, ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Alright, you magnificent bastard.
Alright. This next matchup, I know exactly how it's going to go, and I think you guys are going to absolutely fucking love it. We have the Battlestar Galactica versus the Swine Trek.
Oh, is that what the Battlestar Galactica looks like? I've never seen that show.
That looks like an epilady. I'm going with the Swine Trek.
Yeah, the Swine Trek's significantly better. That's a terrible design.
Yeah.
It looks like a battery charger. That's just bad design. The Swine Trek's at least clever.
And I kind of like.
And so one of the things I like about the Swine Trek, actually, just to be serious for a second, I like the antenna are kind of a nod to the wings on the, for lack of a better term, on the original series Enterprise.
Oh, those are the nacelles, right?
Yeah, sure, that's what they are. Sorry, my Star Trek fandom doesn't go that deep. I don't know what the different things are, but
you pick shit up every once in a while.
All right, what's next, Bob?
I was just noticing the Galactica, the way the sides are perforated like that, it kind of looks like a washboard. You can just play it. Do I stick up and down the side? Alright, that joke bombed. Alright, so we got Millennium Falcon versus the Event Horizon.
The funny thing is that, like, I think the Battlestar Galactica design was, like, so fundamentally unimaginative, we could have gone the rest of the night comparing it to, like, basic household items.
Yeah.
And, like, carry that shit all the way up till past midnight if we wanted to.
Alright, so this is the Falcon from Solo, because it's got the rectangular radar dish. It doesn't have the round dish, and it's clearly not fucking space debris covered yet in gray.
What was the first of the No trilogy? Because it had the square then.
Did it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because I remember everyone was pointing it out. I was like, oh, it's got a square dish now.
I thought that was only in Solo. I don't remember.
Is this a Mandela thing?
Maybe. It's possible.
Has it always had a round dish on it? Wait, yeah, it did. Because
most of its life, yeah.
Okay, because most of us knew somebody that had the Kenner.
Yeah, and the fucker always popped off.
Yeah, that's right.
And the other thing looks like an exercise bike.
The other thing is the Event Horizon. And...
Yeah, what does that mean?
You've never seen the Event Horizon. That's right.
Probably the scariest ship.
See,
in
I
this
already know.
tournament.
I already know what ship you're going for, but this to me is.
Oh yeah, if it's the Falcon. Like, it's,
Yeah, this to me is like asking me to pick my favorite child.
Well, why does this one matter? Because this seriously looks like something I can hop on and scoot away on, and that's not inspiring me for shit. Like I don't need a space.
It kind of
bike.
looks like like if you turn it sideways, it looks like a double-handled maybe egg beater or
jackhammer.
a jackhammer. That's exactly it.
It looks like something out of the like a heavy metal version of the Jetsons.
And that is exactly why I'm fucking in love with it. Because this was
touring with Guar later.
Yeah. This was a movie about the lost ship. So it was basically like a Flying Dutchman story, but in space.
Okay.
About the lost ship that disappeared once and reappeared like some 12 years after it vanished. And so a search party was sent out to try to investigate and discover what happened to it. And apparently, the technology that it used to fast light travel through space actually folds one end of space over on top of the other. I know that's like a total sci-fi cliche now, but apparently
Sam Neill describes it better.
Sam Neill describes it a lot better, and this was one of like the earlier properties to kind of beat this cliche into the ground. But in order to get from one hole that overlaps to the other, it still has to squeeze through like a spread between the two, and guess where that spread goes? It goes to hell, or at least an equivalent dimension. So you have a haunted spaceship story.
An effective haunted. This was probably one of the scariest movies I ever saw.
Yeah. I think this might have been my first actual scary movie, which is probably why I hold it to such high esteem. Because before that, it was just stuff like Army of Darkness,
So we're going Millennium Falcon.
That's what I'm going with.
My vote's up for Event Horizon, but you're probably going for the Falcon as well?
I have to.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right. I'm not going to fault you. Half of me is with the Falcon, too.
All right, next up we have the Ark from Transformers versus Planet Express.
Well, that one's not busted up, so I'm going to go with that one right there.
Yeah, it's Planet Express.
All right, I'm going to say something that's like nigh onto heresy for like other Transformers fans.
Is that a mad face? Is that like a grumpy Transformer head on there?
It could be.
They're like, I don't want to fly anymore.
Here's the thing that fucking disturbed me about the fact that like Transformers take vehicles everywhere. This is like no more evident.
Are they riding inside of Grandpa?
Yeah. What the hell is that? I mean, it doesn't transform once, so it could be him in his recliner mode, where he just doesn't want to get
guts.
But like,
Let's go to space now.
When friggin'
Sorry.
When friggin' the Transformers thing came out on Netflix last year, the first of the, I think it was the Earthrise trilogy, or I don't know. I only saw the first one. It was goofy.
War for Cybertron?
War for Cybertron, yeah. The second one's called Earthrise, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It was such a silly fucking show. I mean, I loved where they were going with it, where, like, Megatron wasn't exactly a despot, but basically, like, not that this couldn't have been too prescient to American politics at the time, but basically he was a guy that, like, riled up the Decepticons into accepting their roles as, like, the trampled upon, beleaguered lower class. And he played, like, politics instead of, being like an iron-fisted despot. That was pretty cool, but they just like dropped the ball in so many other aspects of the story, including having robots that can, well, as far as we knew, could still transform into vehicles, making their getaway on other fucking vehicles. So,
yeah,
I see. Okay, there was literally, like, in the first 10 minutes of the first episode, Bumblebee and Optimus are, like, running away from a shitload on foot from a bunch of other Decepticons. It's like, do these motherfuckers not remember they have wheels attached to their shins?
So I've got War for Cybertron on the 360.
Right.
And like that game opens up and it's this huge space battle. I was like, this is fucking great. This is really cool.
The game is pretty good.
But as I'm playing, I was like, why am I walking?
Oh, walking everywhere?
Like, why am I walking? I get turned into a car. Like, just let me get there in 3 seconds instead of 20 minutes. This is stupid.
Well, what part is that? Or what part of the game is that?
Right at the start.
Is it right at the start? Oh, yeah. So it's still walking you through the controls and stuff?
I think so, yeah. But like immediately I was like, let me turn into a car.
All right.
I want to drive where I need to go.
Yeah, okay. They're being kind of technical there, but like through play you realize that like their vehicle modes are like highly mobilized combat modes and stuff, whereas like when you're on foot, you're mainly just looking for cover and playing Gears of War and shit.
That's a damn good game.
Yeah,
it is really
but you gotta learn how to
really
walk before
game.
You can transform.
Yeah, that's true. That's very philosophical.
Planetary Express.
Planetary Express.
Good news, everybody. We won.
I feel bad for the Ark. I just want him to retire in peace.
No, they called it the Ark.
I mean,
why would they have it? They don't even have our religion on Cybertron. Why would they call it the Ark?
Projection.
They kind of have a religion.
Not ours.
No, not ours.
They don't have an Ark to save the fucking planet. You know, it's...
That's what the Ark was, though.
They don't go 2 by 2 onto the Ark, though.
Because, well, I mean, if there
you
were
don't put 2 fucking motorcycles. You don't put 2 bumblebees on there. It's
well, you can put a bumblebee and a cliff jumper on it.
Cliff Jumper.
Yeah, Cliff Jumper never gets a. He's the Sean Bean of Transformers. That poor bastard.
He's my favorite one.
I know.
Other than Shockwave and the purple guy and the blue guy.
Shockwave. You mean the gun with the amazing rack? That guy?
Yes, that one.
It's like one of my favorite Transformers memes. If your girlfriend has one eye and amazing rack, that's not your girl. That's Shockwave.
I like Soundwave too.
Yeah.
That's what throws me off because they're both wave.
Yeah. They weren't very.
And Decepticons.
Oh, and what was the guy that turned into a microscope?
Oh, a
Perceptor.
That was the one I was allowed to have because my grandmother thought it was educational.
I love the I forgot what the original toy line was called, but that was part of like Soundwave and a bunch of the other mundane bots, and they were supposed to just turn into like scale versions of everyday household objects. I liked all of those though. Those are the ones that like I wanted to form a complete collection of, and the vehicles were cool. But for some reason, I don't know, just like 3 little robots that transform into a camera composite, I just got my motor running for some weird reason. Not to be ironic.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, so it was called the Ark because...
So those guys should ride in the vehicle.
Yeah,
because,
no shit.
Yeah, fucking Microscope Boy should hop into Bumblebee and be like, fucking beat feet, let's go.
Yeah. Like even Soundwave's Cybertronian form was like a freaking lamppost or some crazy shit. He couldn't go anywhere.
I can't move. Please, someone pick me up. I'll call a Transformers Uber.
Oh no, they spotted me. Better make my escape. Back from stationary. What now? So it was called the Ark because they were escaping from Cybertron to Earth, and that's why it was...
I mean, I gathered that.
Yeah.
But, it's... The naming convention bothers me.
Yeah, 2 on the nose?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fair enough. All right, so Planet Express moves on.
We should have like an episode of Transformers.
Oh, what is that? That's awesome.
Which one?
The one on the right.
We have Discovery 1 from 2001 and The Titan from Titan AE.
Oh,
That's why
Titan
it's the Titan.
Titan AE,
yeah.
I mean, classic.
Yeah, but I
Probably iconic, but that design kicks
that
ass.
is incredible.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Titan.
So we're going with The Titan?
Yep.
We is.
All right. Up next, this is a big one. Enterprise D versus Max from Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, it's Enterprise D. That one's easy for me. Like, I love Flight of the Navigator, but I mean that's a big silver fucking glob.
Dude, I spent like a week with poster board and just various like cardboard scraps turning my bedroom into the fucking Max. It's got to be that one for me. And coat hangers to make a little like whatever these things are float above the bed, and nobody else knew what the hell it was because it looked like shit.
Plus, it morphed. It like elongated.
It did
as
morph.
picked up
It
speed.
did have gadget mode. That's true.
Yeah. Enterprise D.
Okay, but I still got to go with Max. I mean, clearly I fucking love that shit. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely fair
it
enough.
looks like an oyster, but I like it.
I'm going with Enterprise D. That one's kind of easy for me. All right, up next, the last 8 for the first round. We've got the TARDIS versus Voyager.
TARDIS. Wow, Jinx.
Yeah,
You owe me a Coke.
All right, this next one is going to be difficult. I guarantee it. We've got the Bebop versus the Ghost.
What's the Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop. What's the Ghost from?
Star Wars Rebels. Okay, well, we
Okay,
see where the
apparently
line
not
in
that
the card
hard.
is right here.
This one may place us at an impasse, Bob. You might have to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm going Ghost, and I'm sure he's going Bebop.
Shit.
I think.
Sorry, Bob.
I was really hoping this one wouldn't come to me.
It's funny is that if you put Spike Spiegel's ship up here, I don't know. It might have been
The
a bit more
swordfish?
difficult. The swordfish. Thank you. I know it was. I know it was like somewhat.
I thought the
aquatic
Bebop
sounding.
was more iconic.
That looks like a Boston whaler.
It sort of does.
It looks like something my grandpa would have built.
No. You know what it looks like is one of the speedboats with like the foils on the the.
Oh yeah, like a little cigarette boat.
Yeah, a little cigarette. Thanks. A Coke boat. I don't know what would you
It
call
does look like something that Razor Ramon would drive. I am Matt Chico.
Oh, is it peppers and beef again? Well, at least we get to eat this week. It's a little reference for you Cowboy Bebop fans.
I love the Bebop. I love the show. but I gotta go with Ghost. I think that one is a little more iconic.
I think that if I'd actually seen Rebels 2, I might have gone with that one
You
simply
should
because
watch that show.
I'll get
Yes.
to it.
It's on Disney
I
Plus.
know.
Oh,
So is a bunch of other shit, though.
the Tartakovsky Clone Wars is getting added to Disney Plus this month.
Oh, that's going to happen first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch that in an afternoon.
Chronologically, that happened first,
Which is
right?
great because
Maybe. I don't know.
I'd always been planning on watching that, and I just could never find... I could never find, like, it, on any streaming service.
It would pop up on Netflix for like a month and then disappear for 3 years.
I hate that so
Me too.
fucking much. It's like I've had Beyond the Black Rainbow pop up on Netflix like 3 effing times for like a week at a clip each time. Oh. And after finally like seeing Dread through, less than legal means a couple of months ago, I've not got that on Hulu, but I've got the Sylvester Stallone one on Hulu, and they're also both on Prime, and a whole bunch of other places. So apparently the Dread Escape has
I
like...
haven't seen Dread yet. I need to see that.
It's pretty damn good. It's a siege movie, so it's not as adventure-y as
Oh, it's okay.
the Sylvester Stallone one, but if you're into westerns, yeah, do it.
Yeah, highly recommend.
I also I love what's his name?
Carl Urban?
Carl Urban. Yeah, like he's
Oh yeah, he was perfect.
he's so fucking good.
All right, well, I'm Team Bebop, by the way. There you go.
All right, I'm going with Ghost, so I guess that one moves on. All right, up next we've got the Heart of Gold versus Discovery.
Heart of Gold.
Yeah.
I love the Discovery design, but that's the fucking Heart of Gold, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Corey knew this, but the Discovery, its shape was basically the
A pizza cutter.
or a fidget spinner, depending on your look at it.
No, I know.
Actually, the look of the Discovery is what the Enterprise D was going to look like in its initial conceptual artistry.
That's why you've shown me that before, didn't you?
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Probably.
Kind of a sidebar for the Heart of Gold. That's like its second design. It had only existed in print form up until like the 2 productions, so it never really had.
This is the one from the movie, not the TV show.
Yeah. Clearly, because the one from the TV show, it looked a bit like a Star Wars. What's the?
It was more elongated.
It was more elongated. It was gold, if I remember correctly.
I think it was white.
It was white, also. Okay.
Yeah.
So it never really had an iconic design ascribed to it. It had just existed in print. Most people are exposed to it through description and not visualization, and we still knew which one this was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Which one?
The Heart of Gold, of course.
Jay, what were you going with?
Heart of Gold.
Although I bet the Discovery can cut a hell of a pizza.
I love Discovery. I think it's a brilliant show, but the Heart of Gold is a significantly more distinct design.
Fair enough. All right. Next up, we've got E.T.'s ship
Fuck that thing. No, that right there.
versus Gunstar 1 from The Last Starfighter.
Yeah,
the Last
Gunstar
Starfighter.
one,
There's
yeah.
Death Blossom versus Fart Blossom.
Yeah,
I'm not going
like-
with that shit right there.
This looks like something out of Metal.
Rainbow Blossom.
This looks like something out of Metal Slug,
Right.
and that looks like something.
Out of butt plug.
Yeah,
That's what that
it's
looks
terrible.
like right there. Yeah. Thanks for setting me up there. That was pretty good. All right.
Nice. All right, so that was the first round. All right, let's
Oh
move
my
on to the second
God.
round.
I forgot about that. All right, so it should be a lot easier because we've gotten all of our opinions out of the way from here on out. Okay.
Yep. All right, so let's just stay in this upper left bracket. Just clear it out before we move on to the next one. So in the second round, we have Eagle 5 versus Spaceball 1. I didn't plan that. That's cool.
Eagle 5.
Eagle 5 still. Yeah. Because the Eagle 5 escapes from Spaceball 1.
All right. After that, we have the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space versus Slave
Some
1.
kind of
Slave
logic
1.
there, and Slave 1 is better than 2, so we're going to go with that.
Was there a Slave 2?
I mean...
Or you're saying Jupiter 2.
Legends. Yes, there was a Slave
Okay.
2 in Legends.
Oh,
there
really?
is?
I think so. Yeah.
Nice. Is it the same
Oh.
kind of a class and make, or...
I think it was Jodo Cast.
No shit.
Yeah, I think he had a Slave 2. I might be talking out my ass. Might also be talking about I might be making a Star Wars RPG I played into fact, so forgive me for that.
Hey, it's just as legible as Legends stuff.
Yeah.
All right, next.
To round out that bracket, we've got Eagle 5 versus Slave 1.
Ooh, shit. Slave 1. We're going for iconic Slave 1.
Does the Slave 1 have a dinette? I don't even know what the kitchen in the Slave 1 looks like.
We've only seen the inside of it once.
I'm going with the Eagle 5.
Slave 1 for me.
Okay, Slave 1 into the final 4.
All right. Down below that, we have the Serenity versus the Satellite of Love.
Serenity.
Satellite of Love.
Ooh. Didn't expect that.
You see, when I did this for myself and just had fun just marking it off, I think I had Satellite of Love going all the way. But...
Which would be on brand for the Satellite of Love, of course.
Instead, I think I am going to stay with Serenity.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf. He's going Red Dwarf.
Really? Over Swine
Red
Trek?
Dwarf. That's the most brilliant design of absolute shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I am just enamored with this awful thing.
I tell you, I'm gonna repeat myself again here. If Jay wasn't so taken with its mediocrity, I probably wouldn't give a shit. But I'm kind of on the Red Dwarf love train too. So fuck it, yeah.
All right, Red Dwarf moves on. So then we got Red Dwarf versus Serenity.
See, that's hard.
Yeah, the joke ends there, Serenity.
Yeah, I think. All right, so if I'm looking at it in tournament stance, Red Dwarf was what, like a 14 seed?
Let me see. I do. Red Dwarf was a 6 seed in its bracket.
Okay, so it was a 6 seed. You know what? Losing to a number 1 seed is nothing to be embarrassed about, or a number 2 seed. We're gonna,
especially for the Red fucking Dwarf.
Yeah,
dude.
it's Serenity wins, but Red Dwarf
right.
will forever have my heart.
Yeah, we're not gonna get any angry hello tweets. I don't think anyone's gonna hold that against us. So,
yes, I was like, cold blimey, they actually got fucking think twice.
What's all this then?
Oh, I invented the design of that thing by just shoveling shit off my fucking desk. Look, there's a paperclip.
You don't know how close you are to the real show.
I'm sure it was 80s BBC. It was.
The guy had a cat that evolved into human-like form, but still had cat qualities.
Yeah, so basically, Animalia from Lost Skeleton.
Oh my god, I need to see this show.
All right, so let's move over to the other side. We have the Millennium Falcon versus the Planet Express.
Falcon.
Falcon, yeah. More hiding places, although I don't know why that matters.
All right, up next we have the Titan let's see, the Titan versus Enterprise D.
That's hard. Okay, so most iconic is the Enterprise.
Yeah. Although it doesn't really matter with the fucking Red Dwarf.
Yeah, but Red Dwarf.
I know
there was a movement behind the Red Dwarf,
right? Yes,
it was the Cinderella,
that's right.
without a doubt.
The Red Dwarf is the people's champion of this entire bracket.
All right, and to wrap up that bracket, we have the Millennium Falcon versus Enterprise D.
Well, that's about perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that could be a final.
I gotta go Falcon.
Enterprise D, holodecks. I'm going by tech.
That's a good point.
I'm going by tech at this point. Yeah.
I'll make this easy, and I'll just say I'm going to go with Enterprise D because they had Dolphin Science Center that we never saw on the show.
Oh, that's right. Hey, do you know about this?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Ask him.
Tell me about the dolphins, Bob.
Tell me about the rabbits.
Tell me about. Thank you for beating me to it.
Is this why Hootie and the Blowfish said the dolphins made me cry? Is because of Enterprise never showing it?
No, it could be. The Enterprise D had what's like the scientific name for dolphins? Like
Dolphinalia. I don't know what the fuck it is. Let's just go with that. We don't fact check anything, Bob.
Well, I'm doing this because I want to. The bottlenose dolphin was an aquatic mammal indigenous to Earth. Star Trek Next Generation Technical Manual indicates that dolphins were part of Enterprise D's complement, serving as navigational specialists.
That's canon. That shit is canon.
And it got inspired when they brought humpback whales back in Star Trek 4, and they realized these things could help us navigate through space.
So not only is it canon, but it is canon in the best fucking way. By being...
Okay. I need you to understand, I'm saying this after having learned about what the fuck a Red Dwarf was tonight. That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. That's goddamn idiotic. Like, that's...
Cetacean Ops. That's what it was called.
I don't. That's just.
Is that a Michael Okuda thing? Like, he wrote that in the tech manual, thinking no one would ever notice?
No, I think they had that from day one. They just never had the budget to show it. But I guess they revived it for C-Lab or whatever that show was.
Sequest? DSV?
Sequest.
God damn. That's a deep cut. I think that whoever came up with that idea was inspired by the presence of dolphins on Earth or the dolphin exodus from Earth in A Hitchhiker's Guide, and there was never any budget.
Ah.
It was never a production line item in order to make it a reality on that show.
They found dolphins in space.
Yeah. They were just floating around out there.
All right, fine, Enterprise.
All right, next we have the TARDIS versus the Ghost.
TARDIS.
Let's see. Next we have the Heart of Gold versus the Gunstar 1.
I'm going to say Heart of Gold.
Yeah, Last Starfighter is more or less an anti-war parable. I'm going with the Heart of Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then to finish up that bracket, we have the TARDIS versus the Heart of Gold.
TARDIS? Even though they roughly operate the same
they're
way.
basically the same thing.
Who stole from who in that instance? I mean, Douglas Adams wrote and is responsible for a lot of Doctor Who's mythology.
That's a very good point, yeah.
Interesting, huh?
Zaphod Beeblebrox is the Time Lord?
Mm-hmm. Perhaps.
Ooh. Perhaps. All right, so we have our final four of
Sam Rockwell, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm done, sorry.
Okay, we have Slave 1. We have our final four of Slave 1
Fucking nerds,
versus Serenity.
Serenity. Hold on. Not casting my vote yet.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going Slave 1 because if I show the Slave 1 and the Serenity to a random person on the street, they're more likely going to know what the Slave 1 is.
That can easily go both ways.
Yeah, I could.
I mean,
it's luck of draw.
we're gonna show nerds. They're gonna kind of be at odds with themselves over. We show anybody that doesn't give a shit about any of this, they won't know what the hell's what.
Here is exactly why I am taking the Slave 1 over the Serenity, and I love Serenity. I think it's a phenomenal show or movie. I think Firefly is a wonderful show. Slave 1 has merchandise is on merchandise at fucking Walmart right now.
That's a good point.
If Johnny Walmart can go buy a Lego set, an action figure set, a t-shirt, fucking underoos with the Slave 1 on it, that is significantly more iconic than the Firefly.
Johnny Walmart here on the scene of capitalism enthusiast here.
Did they not make a Lego set of the Serenity?
No.
Nope.
No, because I would have been all over that shit like white on rice. I mean, at the end of this entire vote, it is about recognizability. Pretty sure.
But like most of these things, it's a popularity contest, basically.
I like them both pretty much equally. And I like the fact that the Slave 1 can be operated by a single pilot. That's kind of nice. Although, no, wait a minute.
So can Serenity.
Serenity. Well, it was operated by a single pilot. But
we saw how that worked out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mowed down in his prime like a blade of grass. Anyway.
What?
Ouch. I'm going to go with the Slave 1.
Fucking Reavers.
Fucking Reavers, man.
All right. All right, on the other side, we have the Enterprise D versus the TARDIS.
TARDIS. Yeah, as far as recognizability goes, it's kind of...
I mean, I think
it's just the TARDIS is cooler. I mean,
yeah,
it's the
that's
apartment.
really what it comes down to. Like, the Enterprise D is sterile, the TARDIS is fucking punk rock. Like, that's...
Well, that's the thing about the TARDIS, is that it doesn't necessarily have to be punk rock. It's basically your dream apartment.
Yeah.
And whether or not we agree on any one TARDIS between the two of us...
I love the circle things.
He likes the circle things. I like the Eighth Doctor's, Victorian steampunky TARDIS. But it's the same fucking ship.
Yeah.
Technically. So it can be,
it's
all
like
things
an Apple
to all
Store
men.
versus a Hot Topic.
Yeah, except it could be both shitty things at once without being both shitty things. You see, that's the point. It's adaptable, you know? And I like the fact that, the beauty of the TARDIS can be illustrated, once again, one of the 12th Doctor's appealing quirks is that, you can move into the previous Doctor's TARDIS, not give a fuck, and just put your shit in it. And it's still yours, somehow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So,
Yeah.
let's say we wrap this up and we crown our 2021 Nerd Playoff champion. So we have
TARDIS. Sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
You gotta let me finish with the build, man.
All right, go ahead.
No, fuck it. It's over with.
Well, thanks a lot, Jay. First day Bob comes back, and we gotta completely just tank the thing on a... I forgot words. I'm sorry. Anyway. All right, so who was it?
I
Rewind.
actually don't remember who the TARDIS.
Corey, what are you voting for?
TARDIS?
Okay, TARDIS.
I'm sorry.
It's a unanimous.
I meant to say TARDIS, not TARDIS.
Well,
Just-
the TARDIS was the Ninth Doctor's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing was
Yeah,
grungy.
don't worry,
it
we
was-
speak Corey.
Well, that was fun, Bob.
Thank you. Glad we had fun with that.
That was good.
I'm hung up on trying to like create a fecal and an acronym out of
I know,
TARDIS, and
I know.
I can't pull it together, man. Shit.
I know.
Turds and
Words are hard.
rancid, indigestive dumps, sir.
Time again for rump dispersal in shitter space. Yes, there you go. God, fuck it. Anyway, I like that our return to form was another was a ritual that I completely clean forgot about after the.
Hey, don't worry. That's time that none of us are going to get back.
No, that was all of 2020, and that kind of made this worth the wait. So yes, thank you for thinking way the hell ahead of us. Not to put the cart before the horse, not to fuck up my cliches, but I kind of saw the TARDIS, kind of taking the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
We've
you never know.
We've historically displayed a bias towards all things Doctor-ish.
Well, I thought it was. It could have been Doctor Star Trek or Star Wars could have easily won.
Well,
been
because
one
of
those
those
are
three.
the big three. Can you imagine the TARDIS making it this far ahead, like 13, 14 years ago? Though?
No.
That would have been fucking crazy.
No, definitely not. Like, well, I mean, that maybe because you got to remember, like 13, 14 years ago when the Eccleston stuff relaunched, I wasn't watching the show.
Right.
And it's like, people are like, well, you gotta watch Doctor Who. It's like, I'm not fucking watching Doctor Who.
Yeah.
That show's stupid.
That's
Like-
for nerds. Who watches?
I did not-
There's because of the barrier of cultural access. That was like kind of one of those things, much like I don't know, Red Dwarf maybe, that we didn't really think about. It kind of
Yeah.
always sat on the periphery, but we were like, we're not nerd enough to appreciate this.
Well, I had Doctor Who on WGBH up in Boston, the
Nice.
the PBS,
Yeah.
or WBBH. I think I don't remember. Doesn't fucking matter. Anyway,
What was
so
Doctor Who?
so yeah, Doctor Who and fucking Monty Python and his flying fucking circus. You got fucking Fitzy and Sully up there doing fucking cartwheels and fucking trapeze out of shit. It was fucking incredible. We used to get Monty Python up there, and I knew Monty Python. I love Monty Python. And Doctor Who with what's his name? The guy with the buggy eyes.
Tom Baker.
Tom Baker, that's it. Tom Baker, the long scarf doctor, always came on after Monty Python. And I had no idea what the hell this show was. It was just this random guy in a scarf and a big-ass jacket and a weird hat. And I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Who you could have sworn was in a headlining psychedelic rock band from the 60s, perhaps.
Yeah.
Because he looked like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, is that
the dude from The Who?
Is that Tom Townsend? Yeah.
You're half right.
Yeah, he was from a Who-ish sort of IP, I suppose. But yeah, he looked... I thought I recognized him from like one of my dad's like sundry album covers, of which he had like hundreds. It just turned out that like there was a lot of curly-haired British dudes in entertainment at the time. So I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that was episode 90 of the Cretans Guild podcast. And if you think we have given you $1 worth of content, please come on, join us over on Patreon, where supporters are able to have live cast recordings, Q&A, access to early uploads, and some extra stuff we drop in from time to time. Shout out to the newest supporter, Frank from New York. Frank from New York. The FBI will be knocking soon, wondering why the hell you are giving us money.
It's going to be a wellness check. Are you okay?
Yeah, they're going to just make sure that you're fucking not, need to be committed. Link tree to all of our socials and other media can be found in the description of this episode, or do a search on Cretans Guild anywhere that fine podcasts are found, or anywhere anything is found. There are no other Cretans Guild. It's just us.
Yep.
You can follow me on YouTube. I am Jay. You can follow me on Square Pegs. I am the video game channel, not the 1980s sitcom. And you can follow Bob on YouTube at Skipper Bob's Breakdowns, where he runs an Orlando and theme park lifestyle vlog. It is one of my favorite channels on YouTube. And I loved the episode today, Bob, looking at that new place in Animal Kingdom. I thought that was really awesome. And those are some expensive fucking mac and cheese.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
But, oh man, were they good.
We have merch on tpublic.com that features the art of Tom Solo, the phenomenal artist that does our Barrel Girl logo, and you can search for Cretan's Guild on there and find it as well. We are, of course, somehow eternally part of the PodFix network, and we say to all of our followers, new and old, welcome to the Guild, and we won't say the rest of it.
All right, okay.
Really?
To all your dogs and cats! Fuck you,
There
bye!
it is.
What do you think you were gonna say?
What he ended up saying?
Oh, okay, all right. I thought it was gonna be something far worse, like.
How could anything be worse than what we've said already tonight?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And now enjoy this promo from another fine PodFix network show.
You mean from a fine PodFix network show?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That implies that we are a fine PodFix network
Right.
show, and that is decidedly not the case.
This was a podcast of the PodFix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.
Hi, this is Mouse.
I'm Weens.
And we have the Mouse and Weens podcast.
Come listen.
We're a couple of sisters.
It's great.
Is this the Muppets?
Yep.
I'm a mom.
I'm a kid.
I'm a mom in San Diego with a bunch of kids.
I'm single and alone because I'm an adult baby. Go ahead. Quick.
She's in Hollywood.
All
and
right,
she's
listen
awesome.
to us. Come on. I don't know. Go. Give 7 seconds.
Life, love, and pubic hair people. Come take a listen.
See you later.
Bye.